All right, y'all. So check this out. I just made this purchase right here with this 8.9 Bitcoin, which gets me to my goal of 100. So my goal for the year was 100 Bitcoin. So this 8.9 just finished it off. I paid $16,848 for the Bitcoin, and then we're just gonna talk about some of the ranges that the SPY is in, and then also that Bitcoin and some of the other some crypto um, coins are in, tokens are in. So let's start with Bitcoin. So this is stock charts for you guys who don't watch these videos. This is stockcharts.com. You can use this completely for free, or you can get a membership if you're going to be serious about your investing and trading and whatnot. Invest into it. So let's go look at Bitcoin. You come down here, you can change all the moving averages the way that you want. So I'm kind of going to just take these off to clean it up a little bit. Probably just do 250. Cool. So $16,800, and this is a daily chart. You can use this up here to go between daily, weekly, monthly, hourly, whatever. So daily chart means each one of these bars equals 1 day, 24 hours, right? Bitcoin trades 24 hours, so each bar is 24 hours. If you were looking at like a stock, then each bar would represent 1 trading day. All right, so the daily is kind of blah. Really see too much going on in the daily. But if you pull back and go to a weekly chart, which now means that each of these bars equals 1 week, then you see that Bitcoin is trading in a range. So there's the top of the range, there's the bottom of the range, right? So here, where this wick is, would be the top of the range. And then at the bottom, where this wick down here is the bottom of the range, right? So you see Bitcoin just kind of been since November, kind of like a big sell-off in November. Then it just start trading in this range. So while it's in this range, I definitely want to just buy as much as I possibly can before it eventually breaks up and we go higher, right? So while Bitcoin's under like $20,000, I'm just trying to stack up as much as possible. And it's for sure possible that we have like another leg down and we start trading in the $10,000 range. But the cheaper the better. If you have a long-term mindset, then the cheaper the better. If you don't have a long-term mindset, well, you probably shouldn't be watching this in the first place. If you're trying to get rich tomorrow, it's probably not going to happen for you. But the cheaper the better. So if we have another leg down, then your eyes should light up. And that should tell you, that should be like a good gauge on if you have like a sense of maturity in this investing game or not. When you see asset prices go down and you become more excited. If you find yourself becoming more excited because something is cheaper, right, then it kind of it gauges your sense of maturity, right? If you need your asset to go up today, tomorrow, the next day, so therefore it goes down temporarily, it goes down for a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year, and you find yourself being frustrated, you gotta mature, right? The lower it goes, the more you can buy. So then eventually when it goes high, the more money you'd make. But of course, I'm assuming that you're buying quality assets, right? If you're buying some bullshit and it goes down, well, you play stupid games and you win stupid prizes, right? So what I wanted to show you guys actually is here on the monthly chart for Bitcoin. All right, and then when you're trading stocks, SPY is the win. So if SPY goes up, everything's gonna go up with it. SPY goes down, everything's gonna come down with it. And in the crypto slash Bitcoin world, Bitcoin is the win, right? So that's why we focus on what Bitcoin is doing. It's not too often that you're gonna see a bunch of crypto assets go up if Bitcoin is going down. You might get onesies and twosies based off of news, but overall, it's just going to move as Bitcoin moves. So what I want to show you here on the monthly is that we're kind of at the top of this candle here. All right, you see this candle? So if you draw from the top of that candle, then go to the top of the wick of that candle, that's basically the range that we've been in, right? That we've kind of fell into. If we were to break this range, we're probably going to come down to this range here, right? If we'd probably come down to this range, which would give us a $10,000 Bitcoin, right? So I think if we take another leg down, we end up in this range, and then we have whatever the top of this line is. When I hit inspect, it's going to give us the top of this line. So let me clear this. But I think it's about 12K, about 12 to 10K Bitcoin. So if we leg down again, we'll be buying Bitcoin 12 to 10K. But if we end up going higher, then, first price target is going to be 21K. And I'll show you where I got the 21K from. But I'm going to go to inspect, and I'm just going to go to the top of this. Yeah, about 13. So another leg down, then we'll see probably 12, 8 to 10,000. All right. And then you have your MACD is kind of spread apart. It looks like the histogram's ready to start ticking upwards, right? We stopped getting so much downward movements, and you see the histogram is probably going to start ticking upwards. Each of these bars is shorter than the previous one. All right, which means what could happen is we could be getting ready to reverse or break out. All right, this is jumping the gun. This is way too early. You would need this black bar to be on top of this red bar. You would need them to cross over. That'd give you your bullish MACD crossover. So not that we're looking for a big bounce right now, but we just want to slow the price of, or slow the momentum of, or we want to see the slowing of Bitcoin's price falling, right? So like I said earlier, the cheaper the better, man. The lower this thing goes, the more I'll just keep buying, right? So if you thought this was a good asset or a great asset to hold when it's in the 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,000, $69,000, and all of a sudden it's down to 16,000, and nothing at all, absolutely nothing about the underlying asset has changed, right? Bitcoin has not changed since it was released in 2009, right? So nothing's changed. So if you liked it up here, you don't like it down here, you probably don't understand its function. Same thing with stocks, bro. If you like stocks when we're at the all-time high, but you don't like them when we're getting cooked and interest rates go up and there's a sell-off, and you don't understand Apple at one price is the same exact company as Apple when it's 60% cheaper, the stock is 60% cheaper, you probably don't understand the asset itself. All right, so we're just buying and holding these assets, and then when we get back to all-time highs, like, you just, think about it. It's kind of common sense. All-time high 69,000. Would you want to own Bitcoin? Would you want to have been buying down here 3K, or you want to buy at 60K if the all-time high is 69,000, and we just go right back to all-time highs? Obviously, the spread between what you buy for and what you sell for gives you the bigger return, right? So you want to buy low. Everyone says buy low, buy low, buy low. But when it's time to buy low, you punk out. All right, so you buy low and you wait. All right, so let's go back to this weekly chart. All right, so we're in this range here to here. We break out, previous high is our first target, 21,303. That would be our first target. We continue going upwards from there. 25,000 be the next target, so on and so forth, right? You could use the previous high to set your targets. All right, you see where it fell from? Boom, that's the target. You see where it fell from? Boom, that's the target. You see where it fell from? Boom, that's the target. See where it fell from? You can use those to set your targets when assets go bullish. All right, so who knows what's to come in 2023? We could have the Fed kind of keep tightening, and interest rates keep kind of like creeping up. They slowed down the increase in interest rates from 0.75 to point 0.5. So 0.5% for the interest rate. So we're not increasing the interest rate as fast. And that's allegedly was slowing down inflation. So who knows how long this can go on, man. This can go on for a long time. If you're going to get rocked to sleep and not buy because you think you can predict the exact bottom, I'm here to tell you that you're delusional. So anyway, we're just loading up. We're just loading up. All right. Because when it's all said and done and Bitcoin comes right back up here, you want to know that you've loaded as much in from here down as possible. I'll clear it so it's not. So let's say when we go back to all-time highs, let's just pretend that we'll see all-time highs again September of 2023, right? Don't you want to know that you've loaded as much below 20,000 as possible? Because now you're in the 300% plus return. Whatever you got in, you've tripled. All right, so you want to load while it's low. All right, so that's Bitcoin. I just got to 100. That was my goal of 100 Bitcoin. If by the end of the decade we see 500K Bitcoin, 250K Bitcoin, million Bitcoin, 5 million Bitcoin, doesn't matter. I know it's just going to take me further, so I just, decided to put 100 Bitcoin into a wallet and kind of just see where it goes from there. But I'm thinking about switching that to 100 a year. But that was my goal that I set out at the beginning of the year. Here it is, December 21st. Finally hit it. And I might even consider just doing 100 a year versus 100 Bitcoin. Let's go back to the